It's hot. It's new. It's now. The Pure Focus Podcast. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. With artist spotlights, mental health, music industry information, business, life, and more. The Pure Focus Podcast. The epitome of the industry. Taking content to the next level. With your host, DJ Pinky. And co-host, Miss Unique. Check us out every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. The Pure Focus Podcast. Pure Focus Podcast.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I am your host, DJ Pinky, and my co-host is out with a family emergency. But today on the Pure Focus Podcast, we got the one and only. I say he's one of the pioneers of the industry. I got Mr. Kenne Wayne.
Hello.
Well, how are you doing today, Mr. Kenne?
Hey, I'm beautiful. I woke up this morning, so I'm good.
Yes, sir. Already. And that's what I said. If somebody didn't make it, but we made it.
Yes, ma'am.
We made it. So I got Baby G saying he's here. All right. Well, we're going to get on into this thing. This is the Pure Focus Podcast. It is the epitome of the industry. And here we are taking our content to the next level. So I'm going to start out talking to you about some of the adventures that you have went through, some of the great things that you have done in the industry. So I'm gonna tell you this, kind of give everybody a little rundown of who Mr. Kenne Wayne is first before we get into these questions.
I'm from a little town called Crowley, Louisiana. Been singing since 1978 as a youngster and played in a bunch of local bands in my area, travel the states in the area, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama. And I've done that till about 94, and I decided to start recording. So in 95, I started recording and released my first CD. And I've been in this thing ever since then, and it's been up, it's been down, it's been good, it's been bad, but I wouldn't trade it for nothing else.
Okay. All right. Well, my first question to you, Mr. Kenne. All right. What
Hey, hold on, Pinky. I got two guys watching me, two of my close friends. They want to check me on everything we talk about. DJ Cut and Q Lee. So I'm just letting you know they watching us.
Yeah, Cut. That's my guy. Cut it. Do some mad stuff. So salute to my brothers.
Yes,
in the business, and much love and respect to those guys, man. And to everybody else that's watching, thank you guys so much for tapping in and showing us some love. So one of the questions that I have is, what are some challenges or obstacles that you have encountered while working in the music industry today?
Well, I encountered back in the day, you had to do your homework. You had to share. When I started, you had to have some type of vocal ability to get in the doors of a studio. And I won't say it was a challenge, but it kept me on my P's and Q's to always work to get better and better. I'm by far what they would call a great singer. I'm just an average singer. But if you work hard at what you do, you can accomplish anything. And like I said, I don't think it was any obstacles. It just made me always aware that, hey, if you want to make it, you better work hard to get where you got to get. If that answers your question.
Yes, sir, it did. Okay. Also, I know that this Southern Soul thing has changed tremendously. Southern Soul versus blues. So do you see a difference in that?
Yes, when I started back in '95, they were calling it blues. Uh, you had a couple of uh, stores. Lenny Lewis out of Shreveport, he had a mixed CD called Southern Soul, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And we thought it was just the name of the CD that he was using, calling it, Southern Soul. But Charles was the first one, the first artist that I know of that came along and started calling his music Southern Soul. But even from that time to the present time, the Southern Soul has changed. You know, it's basically anybody who think they got talent come in and bring whatever they got in here now and just call themselves a Southern Soul artist. I've got Southern Soul rappers. I'm a Southern Soul zydeco singer, a trail ride singer, and hey man, that's to me, all of that's fine as long as you on the up and up and doing what you're supposed to do it and truly have some talent. One of the other things I see a problem in Southern Soul is that a lot of artists come out and they put a record out and they automatically think that promoters are supposed to put them on shows and stuff. And back in the day, your record had to have something on the way to being a hit record or a good record, but you couldn't have a dog record because there are a lot of folks with dog records that you never heard of. But now folks have dog records and they want to be put on shows. And I mean, you can't force a promoter to do something that he or she doesn't want to do, and that goes for me too. If my records are not up to par and that promoter feel like he or she doesn't want to put me on the show, man, I have no problem with that. I can't get mad, because they're not putting me on shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Southern Soul has definitely changed from back in the day to blues. I wouldn't consider myself as a Southern Soul singer. I consider myself more of a soul blues singer.
Okay.
Because I can do some blues, that old blues and type of stuff you hear that, but a lot of these newer singers, they consider themselves Southern Soul. But also remember, there is no Southern Soul genre. Southern Soul is just a name, a title that we're using out here. I hear folks say about, hey man, Johnny Taylor was a Southern Soul singer. Tyrone didn't know, no, man. Johnny Taylor would curse you out if you said he was a blues singer, a Southern Soul singer. He was a R&B, a soul singer. And like I said, the Southern Soul stuff is just something that people have jumped onto and everybody running with it because it's easy to get on and come into.
Yeah. Well, look, DJ Baby G on there's George Coleman. He said it's all blues.
All blues. Oh yeah. Oh,
Rhythm and blues. That's
yeah.
what it's always been.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna kind of piggyback off something you just said. You was talking about you said when the artists, put out something, they think that they automatically supposed to be put on a show. Okay, with that, I feel like promote. You got to promote. If you don't promote yourself, you don't push yourself, people are not going to know who you are. And so my question is, what would you suggest other than just say if I'm a singer and I'm new to the scene, what advice would you give me?
First of all, surround yourself with people that's going to tell you the truth. See, that's another big problem we have out here in the Southern Soul. We don't like the truth. Nobody wants the truth. We all want yes men around us, And if I tell someone right now, hey man, that this is wrong with your song, they might say, well, Kenne Wayne hating this, but somebody has to be giving you some type of criticism to make you better. You just can't wake up in the morning and say, I'm the coldest drummer to ever live. And, but you got to make sure you surround yourself with honest people, because I hear a lot of people out here that really think they singers and they're not, shouldn't even be out here. I'm just being honest. They might want to beat me up behind that, but I'm telling the truth. That's what it is.
And that's what we need. We need more of the truth.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people out here wasting their money, wasting time, and then they get mad because you don't want to play their song.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I see a lot of artists will like get on Facebook and release play a snippet of their song, and you got a lot of the fans out there say, "Oh, that's fire! That's hot!" And really, come on, man, that's not hot. That. And like I said, if an artist tell another artist, don't get me wrong, some folks will hate on each other. That's. But for the most part, you have to respect what some of these artists tell you, and say, "Hey, brother, sister, you need to work on that some more." But a lot of these folks, man, they don't want to hear my song ain't good, or I can't, I can't sing, and they got a lot of them they're not even shower singers, just, hey.
You preaching it, tell the truth.
Oh, hey, like I said, a lot of folks may not like it, but hey, they always talk about, hey, man, we need to go mainstream. Man, look here. If mainstream ever came over here, 90% of us would be at home. Because number one, they don't want no old heads, and they want folks with talent. You ain't got to be a Luther Vandross or nothing like that vocally, but you got to give them something, But if you're not giving them nothing, they're not messing with you.
That's correct. So who were some of your influencers? Maybe, back in the day and then today. Who are some of your influencers?
Back in the day, Marvin Gaye.
Ooh, good one.
I was a big fan of Johnny Taylor and Tyrone Davis, Sam Cooke. Today, I like brothers like in Southern Soul.
Any genre.
Southern Soul, I got to say Lacey, Jason Nay, Jay Link, of course, my man David Sylvester, my dog Q Lee, there's the other ones I can't, think of them all, and don't get me wrong, man, there's a lot of talent in Southern Soul, but it's kind of overshined by the nonsense and the hype. It's almost like a favoritism game,
Okay.
And that's where we losing a lot, because it don't even matter really what your record is. If you can get enough people behind you, you can have the worst record out here, but they still gonna get behind you,
I feel you. I feel you. Stephen said, "There you go," and she said, "Preach." But yes, I see it. I as a DJ, I feel like this. We need to be honest with the artists. We shouldn't just sit here and be like, "Oh, they'll say, oh, this is a hit." But if we be more vocal and tell the truth, I think this would help set some of the tone. But some people can't take that constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard.
And not only that, there's a lot of good records out here. But I've never met an artist in my lifetime that every song they put out is a hit. They got some people like everything. It's a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit. No, that's just good records, man. We confusing folks, and we're not being honest with self. And if they keep saying every record I put out is a hit, well, that doesn't give the next artist a chance that might be actually have a hit record because they're hyping me up all the time, And I'm not saying they shouldn't hype nobody up, but we have to be open-minded and evaluate stuff a little bit more, and listen at it, And the jocks, what I see a lot of jocks do is they automatically go to certain artists because that artist is the hot artist, and that's cool. But give that other artist a chance because you don't know what he or she have if you don't give them a chance,
Right. Well, you put out some pretty nice bangers, over the years. I mean, I still can go back and, like I said, My Angel, A&B's Conversation. Um, Man, I could dig on deep. I can go on and on. The list goes on
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
the party ain't over. I mean, it's still hot right now. I can play that song right now, and I can get people up on the dance floor. That's a banger. So that the newest one, the latest one that you put out, that Mr. Get You Right. What was your take on that? What brought that about?
Well, I didn't write that one. My man Vest wrote that one.
Okay.
But Mr. Get You Right is about, hey, man that's loving them. If your man ain't loving you right, and call me any time of the day or the night, and I'll get you right, So that's what Mr. Get You Right is about.
So do you write most of your songs?
Yes, I do. Vess and I, we're, co-writers. We're like brothers, and we came up together. So sometime he'll write by himself and send it to me, or sometime, we'll get together and write, or sometime I'll come up with some stuff and shoot it to him, and we do it like that. But I have other writers too, that co-write
Okay.
with me.
Okay, so you do step out. So producer
Yeah,
wise, do you stick with the same producer, or are you kind of venture out?
basically the same. I produce myself best. Now I'll tell you what
Okay.
I'll do. It's like the song "Effed Up." That was the last thing I done.
Ooh, yes.
I wrote that, but Vest produced it, and I wrote the lyrics and all that. But a producer is somebody that will get in there, and he had that whole song. I sent it to him, and he'll say, I don't like this and I don't like that. He'll add something in it or take it out. And then once we get to the studio, he's directed me what I need to be doing vocally, and that's how we operate, that old school producer way, and it just, it works out like that for me.
And listening at your music, it's different. A lot of songs I hear now, they got the same little cast, they got the same little beat, but your stuff was different. I mean, it's like every song, and you invested a song. I think it's called "We Do We" or
Yes,
something.
yes,
Man,
yes.
that is still hot. I could play that one right now, and I get people out there on the floor. I'm telling you, you had some bangers back in the day, and still they bangers to me to this day.
Yeah, and just blessed, and I got to give it to Vest. This brother has been my right hand man. Basically all of my life, and a talented brother,
He is.
talented writer, producer, and just humble. You won't even know him who he is if you walk up to him. Because he's just that laid back. But just blessed, and I'm working on some new stuff. Got a lot of new stuff. They beat me up because I'm slow and don't put it out like I should. But I'm working on a thing now. Should be out within the next month.
Okay, well, when you put that out, you make sure that I get it, because I definitely want to be able to, to push it. Did you do any visual for Mr. Get You Right?
No, no vision. That's what another thing they beat me up, man. You got to do some videos, man. Come on, man. What's the problem? But we're gonna get into the video stuff too.
Okay, because see, a lot of people, I see a lot of artists, they push their songs out. So do you think there should be a time when they push out? You think it's too fast or not fast enough? What's your take on that?
Well, in this day and time, we got a lot of youngsters that's coming in here, and they come from that era, where they want to move fast. So to me, today, a lifespan of a song is probably about 6 weeks. It'll last longer than that, but if you put that record out in 6 weeks and it don't cause no fire, you better have something else ready. I use my man King George for an example. He throw them out there, wait for a while, they jump on that, they run with it for a while, then he throw another one out at them, and it's not like it used to be, when you had a single and you let that joker sit down there for 8 months to a year. You got to move today.
Oh yeah.
Have to keep pushing them out.
Yeah, but you pushed out some good ones. So we're gonna take a quick break here and we're gonna let them check out that Mr. Get You Right. Then I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions and then before we go, I definitely gotta say the party ain't over. We got to throw that one in because if not, hey, it ain't over until
It ain't over.
it ain't over. So I'm gonna let the people hear Mr. Get You Right, and then you can give us a little more insight on that song if you want to elaborate on it. And I ask you a few more questions. So we're gonna take this quick break and play this Mr. Get You Right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I'ma get you right, lady. I'ma get you right. 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't get to sleep. Tossing and turning, 'cause you ain't getting what you need. Your body's yearning, and it's getting deep. Better take a cool shower before you start to creep. I bet he's sleeping like a baby at night. But if he leaves you restless, he ain't doing it right. I got the tools, baby, I can supply. The remedy to put that wood in your eye. 'Cause if you ain't giving you what you need, my satisfaction's guaranteed. If you ain't getting satisfied, that I can put it in your life. I'm the man to put it in your life. I'm Mr. Get You right.
Hey.
I'm Mr. Get You right. Yeah. I'm Mr. Get You right. I'm Mr. Get You right. Yeah. Now it's been so long since he saw you real, but I'ma get you right. I'ma make you release that beast in the middle. In the middle. He ain't giving you what you need. My satisfaction guaranteed.
That's a
If
nice
you're not
man.
been satisfied, oh, I could put it in your life. Let me put it in your life. I'm Mr. Get You right.
Oh,
I'm
that's
Mr. Get You right.
let's see the steppers on this one.
I'm Mr. Get You right. I'm Mr. Get You right. Oh, let me get you right.
Ooh, you did that.
Mr. Get You Right.
Hey. DJ Baby G said he needs that DJ service pack. Baby G, make sure you get that one, brother. Look, you did that.
Oh,
Tell
thank
Mr.
you.
You tell Mr. Vet. You tell Mr. Vet that's a hot one.
Okay.
Well, I know he probably listening or looking. If not, tell him he can go back and look at it because we on Facebook and we on YouTube.
Okay.
Tell him that one day you got me over here because I can see the steppers swinging out and doing their little stuff to that.
Oh, yeah.
That's catchy. So with that one, so what brought that one on?
I needed a song. Best he writes. That's his thing. He writes songs, and he's been writing for me for so long till he'll write songs for a lot of other people, but he'll write certain songs and call me up and say, man, check your email. I got something for you, man. And when I heard that thing, I'm like, man, I gotta have that, man. He said, it's yours, man. That's what I wrote it for you, man. So he know, man. He know my attitude, how I like to play and joke. I'm just to get you right. If you need that wood, I got that wood for you. And that's how we do it.
Well, that collaboration between you guys are amazing. I mean, that's chemistry. You know how they always say oil and water don't mix. Well, baby, y'all oil and oil, y'all mixing.
Yeah. And believe it or not, what he does most of the time is he'll sing the dummy track on that.
Really?
Yeah. And then say, this is it, and I come in and sing it behind him, now. I may be copying him exactly what he done, but he might say, no, I don't like the way that worked, man. Change that note right here, sing this or sing that. You're flat here, you're sharp there, He's a talented brother.
Wow. Well, what do you want your listeners to take from your music when we listen to what you want us to take from that?
I just wanted the listeners to take that it's real music. It's fun, it's partying, it's real life stories and heartfelt stories, good, bad. If you know Kenne Wayne, I wrote about all kind of stuff. Songs that make you happy, songs that make you sad, songs that make you cry. And that's real life. So I want my listeners to take the truth from the songs, the reality from these songs,
Mm-hmm. Well, honey, they need to take some notes from you, because, like I said, I think you've been in it a good while, as you stated, since like what 1995.
95.
And I think Mr. Willie, I think he's been in it over 50 plus years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, and like I said, they don't make music like they used to, because Tyrone, Johnny, and then like I said, Mr. Donnie Ray, you guys came in, right after. I think they came in a little bit after you.
Right.
They don't make that good music like what you guys have. It was real soul. It was soul.
Yeah.
Carl
Yeah.
Thomas. I mean,
yeah.
Carl.
Carl Sims.
I mean, Carl Marshall. Sims.
Carl Marshall. Yeah.
Right.
Those brothers, that was the OGs. And it's different now. And like I said, I know things change, but we can't forget about where we came from with this, and Cutting them will laugh at me all the time because I'm a big history guy, man. I tell them all the time, I say, man, these folks out here in this Southern Soul stuff, and they don't know nothing about who started this, where it came from. They think Southern Soul is just something that was brewed up in 2014 or something like that. It stemmed from folks like Johnny and them, but that was blues. But folks say Southern Soul is hip hop and all that. No, Southern Soul come from the blues, base of blues and heartfelt music and stuff like that. But it is what it is, and I always say they can call it what they want as long as you pay me. You can call it old soul, boogie soul, just pay me if I'm coming to sing for you.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, we got this next track. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna go on and get in it because I want to jump a little bit, and I'm gonna let this one play a little bit longer. Then I'm gonna come back and ask you a few more questions, and then I'm gonna let you kind of elaborate on some things. If it's something that I didn't ask you and you wanted to say something, I want the truth to be told today. I want it. No, I'm just saying. I just want it out. I just want people to know. Well, I do have a question before I get into this next track. How do you see the future of Southern Soul evolving? And then what role do you hope to play in its continuous growth and popularity?
Like I said, I see a lot of good things happening in Southern Soul, but I see a lot of bad things happening too. So like I said, you got some real singers out here that's kicking it, but we need more to come up and not only allow a handful of artists to rise to the top, because they got some hellacious females out here that should be then rose to the top by now. Some other males, we just can't allow 2 or 3 people to run this thing and everybody else is at the bottom. If we wanted to spread, we need more people in it at the top so it can spread, and my role, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm an OG, and keep, giving good music, and hopefully that the younger brothers and sisters and fans respect that, and I'm not going anywhere. As long as God allowed me on this green earth, I'll be singing.
Hmm. Do you write for other artists as well?
Oh, I haven't wrote for anybody else. I just That's just me personally. I kind of stay away from stage shy at, but um, just never got into it.
Okay. Well, DJ Baby G said mentorship, teaching, and teamwork. Yeah. And I guess that'll take you, that's a good thing. So that'll take you there.
Yeah,
But I get it. Some I guess you're right, because when you're writing, you coming from your heart, and I guess this is experiences that you have, so you express it through your music, right?
yes, yes, yes,
And so that
yeah,
would be kind of hard to write for somebody else because
yeah,
they ain't been through what you've been through. They can't live it.
yeah.
Oh,
And like I said, it's just me. I don't have anything against writing for folks. It's just I just never got into it.
okay. Well, party ain't over. Give me a little rundown of what brought that about.
Once again, Best wrote the party over way back in 2000, and he came in and called me up and said, "Ken, I got a song, man. I need you to check out, man. The party over." And when I heard that thing, I'm like, man, shit, man, I got to do that now. We had to wrote songs together like A and B Conversation. That one was kicking, the big one. But it was something about the party over. And when I heard that thing, I'm like, man, that's going to be a big one. Sure enough, when it hit. Now, it didn't hit from the very beginning. It took about 7 or 8 months for it to get rolling. But once it got rolling on that same album, we had Gonna Miss Me,
Yes.
which Ed Go and I wrote, and Angel. Ed
Ooh,
Go and I wrote that one too.
my favorite.
And on top of all that, we had the party over. So that Liquor Sticker CD was a great CD, and hey, I need a few more of those.
You do. I'm gonna tell you, my daddy had stacks of books, with the CDs in them, the big cases of them, and then some
Right.
of them were like 300-400. And I was just flipping through, and I was flipping through one day, and I came across, and I saw the name Kenne Wayne, and it was Angel on there partying over, and it was something else. So I'm like, let me try this. So I guess I put it in there, and I went to listening. My Angel was kind of, it was mellow, and I'm like, ooh. I said, this brother deep, and I'm like, man, I like this. So I sat there, listened a little bit more, and that Party Ain't Over come on. I'm like, oh, now I said, that's the one. I said, that's the one. Man, to this day, I play at a club on Thursday nights, Busy Bee. And I tell you, if I play that song, it hits. DJ Vivacious. I'm gonna give her props. She said the party ain't over until she played that one. So Vibe, will give your props on here tonight. It's hot.
And like I
It's
said, that song is 24 years old.
Well, that's
Party
okay.
over,
Yeah.
Angel and Gonna Miss Me. 24 years old.
Well, that kind of tell you that my age is up there. Then if that's 24, they tell you that my age ain't
Yeah,
shiny.
I was 15 when I recorded that. Okay.
Because I was going to ask you, how old were you when you actually started music itself?
Music. I was 12 years old singing, but my mom said I can remember I was about 7 or 8 years old and had a little old record player and go get my mom and dad 45s and play it and go in the room in the mirror singing and dancing. And one time my little record player went out and broke. I called myself fixing that joker. I unscrewed it, opened it up, and I got in there touching wires and it was plugged up and blew all the lights out in the house, man. And I'll never forget that. I was probably about 8 years old when I done that, but trying to sing at that time, but I was probably 12. when I, got to singing and moving around and stuff, playing in, local bands and kids and stuff. Me, Vest, my brother, one of my cousins, and a bunch of, other guys, we had a little local band as kids and stuff, But that's where I started from.
And look at you now. It paid off. So, y'all, with further ado, we're going to jump on into this Party Ain't Over. And then we're going to let Mr. Kenne give us a little bit more, because this is some good stuff he telling. He's putting down some knowledge down here, some jewels. So y'all better take notes. For these future Southern soul and soul singers, y'all need to take notes from this pioneer, because you're definitely that. And I definitely wanted to give you your flowers while you're still here.
Thank you.
Because you deserve that. I mean, you're an icon. Like I said, you've been around, pretty good ways, and I ain't got nothing but love and respect for you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So here we go, y'all. Party ain't over.
All right, folks, estamos gozando in this hole in the wall. I hate to say it, boys and girls, but it's that time of the night. Last call for alcohol.
Man, what is he talking about? I ain't going nowhere till I get my groove on. Say the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Say the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Wait a minute now, hey fellas. I think you better watch your ladies, 'cause I came here to dance, and I just might get my chance with somebody else's lady. When I heard the DJ call, he said last call for alcohol. I already got my drink on, but I can't go home till I get my groove on. So the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Say the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Gotta get my groove on. Excuse me, lady, I need a partner on this floor. I got on my dancing shoes, gonna dance away this blues till it don't bother me no more. When I heard the DJ call, he said, last call for alcohol, last call. But I don't care what y'all say, 'cause I ain't leaving this place till I get my groove on. So the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Say the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Party ain't over, it ain't over till I get my groove on.
Now that right there, that's still number one in my book. I'm sorry. I don't care what you put out. That one there is number one in my book.
It's hard to top it, huh?
It is. That the party ain't never over with that one. I mean, you got some heat, and your voice is amazing. And still strong. I mean, after all these years, I mean, it's still strong.
Bless.
Yeah, well, God is definitely blessing you. And like I said, right now, do you play any instruments?
I can play a little drums.
The drums? Okay.
Yeah. And
okay.
I do a little songwriting, so I can know enough chords and, thing them, to put songs together and stuff. But I'm no keyboard player, nothing like that.
Okay. Can you walk us through some of your creative processes? When your thought process, can you walk us through some of that?
Hey, most of the time I might be riding down the street and think of something, singing in my phone. I'm gonna tell you how we used to do it before technology got like this. I used to come up with a hook. I'd come up with the hook, the bass line, hum all that in the phone and shoot that to Vest, and he starts a song like that. I
Wow.
go to his house, we finish the song like that. My process now, I use an MPC, and I can put, a lot of songs together. I put them together, I send them to him, and he straightens the song out. He adds things to it, and I might have the right chord, but it might be the wrong inversion. So he'll say, "Hey, you're the right chord, but the wrong inversion." So he straightened all that out. So that's like effed up. I done
Oh,
effed up, sent it to him, and he put all the sugar on it and fixed it. So what you hear, I started it, but he, as a producer, he finished it.
okay. Well, look like I said, y'all got some chemistry going. I dabble with beats a little bit too. I do a little bit. I just don't put them out to sell them. But
Okay,
now I
okay,
have stuff in my head and I put stuff down. I use FL Studio. But
okay, okay.
yeah, I'm a beat head and tunes. But mainly when I listen to music, I like to hear the words first. Then I gather the beat because I want to see what we're talking about. Because I was telling somebody earlier, when you listen to the electric slide ain't what people thought it was.
No.
But we ain't gonna bring that one up. But
Oh yeah. But no,
sometimes
just something else to add. I write with my brother. He and I write together. My son Terrell, like I said, Ed Gore, Melvin Vise. I wrote with a bunch of people, and it's a fun thing to collaborate, and Bess and I, out of all the songs over the years, he and I, wrote most of them, but I have songs, from a bunch of different people.
okay. Well, if you could do a collaboration now, today, they could be from the past, they could be now. Who would you collaborate with and why?
I always wanted to do a song with Tyrone Davis.
Ooh.
Tyrone had that, just that thing, give it up, turn it loose, just that groove, and if I back then I wanted to do something with him and Shirley Brown too, I
Ooh.
wanted to, because Shirley is a singing demon,
Yes.
and
She bad. She was
and,
bad.
and today if I had to pick a female, uh, I like Jason Nay.
Good choice.
Yeah, yeah, I like Jason Nay, and males. Uh, Believe it or not, I like to do one with my little homeboy Tucker. I'd like to do a song with him.
Okay. I think he would like.
Yeah,
I think that would be a nice. That would be a nice
yeah,
collab.
yeah. Tucker, Audio, Roy Anthony, and a bunch of other those guys. We all from the same area. And but yeah, I'd like to do something with old Tucker.
Yeah, I can hear him now. Do. You're gonna do his little thing. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And Roy's very creative too. He's very
Hey,
creative.
Roy, Roy is a talented young brother, really talented young brother,
Yeah.
coming with a bunch of good stuff, and yeah, there's some talent down here in Louisiana.
And when you said Jason Nay, I can see that Jay has that soulful voice
Yeah.
because of, like when her and Wendell did their thing, that the chemistry was there. And in some ways, you kind of put me in the mind of Wendell when, certain things, the the things that you put together.
Hmm.
I can see that.
I would tell you a song that I like. Magic One, Wendell B, and those other two guys. It's
Oh,
called, I think,
oh,
Still Learning
still
How to
learning about
Love.
it. Yes.
That is a bad, ooh, that's a bad song there. I'm surprised that song didn't get more play and attention than it did. You know,
I
that,
still
that,
feel that.
yeah,
Well, I would like to see you, Magic. He's an awesome singer too.
yeah. My
So
boy
now,
Magic.
since you from Louisiana, you know about that old gumbo. Let's cook up something then. See that? So you finna start something now. So now
Oh
we gonna
yeah.
cook up food.
I'm about Gina's from here in Louisiana, Gina Jones, and he's up the road. He's about 3.5 hours from me and stuff like that, So, but
Mhm.
there's a bunch of talent down here in Louisiana, and
Cupid is Cupid is hot.
yeah, I can't forget about Cupid, and then we got all these Zydeco artists down here. This is where it come from, down here, the trail rides and stuff. But hey, I got to give a shout out to my dog and talented brother. I mentioned him earlier, Hugh Lee. Y'all need to check him out. Talented young brother. He got the song Full Time Job and stuff. Hot, hot, hot.
Tell him to hit me up in my DM so we can get some more things. Because like I said,
Okay.
with this gumbo, so Jay, I'm calling you out. We done called you out. So you need to be hitting Mr. Kenny up. Y'all need to do this thing. If not, I'll hook it up and I'll make it happen. Let's make this happen. Tell Mr. Vest to go and get that together. Because Jay writes a lot. She writes her material.
Okay.
She writes her material. I had the pleasure of I did a concert back in September, and that was my very first time actually meeting her personally. Then I met her back when K9 and King George and Theotis, they did the Theotis birthday bash. I got to, see her again live, but she puts on one heck of a show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's a bad,
She, she
bad girl, man.
yeah, it's been a long time, we got a lot of new talent out there. We got a lot of good talent.
Definitely.
And
What's the young lady? Cicely Wilburn,
ooh, she can cook, can't she?
Tanisha.
Yes.
There's the Echoes young lady. What is her name?
Krishanda.
I think that's Krishanda Echoes.
LJ. What's his name? Sister. Krishanda.
Yeah.
It's some talent out there.
Yeah.
Even with the old ones and the new ones, they're out there, but they're just not getting a lot of mentionings.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's gonna take to get them out because a lot of things is like it's clicked up. So I'm gonna just put it out there.
Yeah, you always had that, But this is something else I want to say. I see a lot of people that go on Facebook and they complain. Now, I'm gonna say this: a lot of this stuff that the folks complain about, it be real. It may not be on the level that they say it on, but it be real. They've always had jokers at the top smashing folks at the bottom. And I'm gonna say the OGs wasn't like that. That happened after Tyrone and John and them passed away. You started getting that, because it's hard for a lot of people if you got the ball in your hand and you making all that money, and here comes somebody else that's about to get you. If you can't get them, what most folks gonna start doing is hating, telling lies, and so it's out there. But I like to give everybody a piece of advice: keep doing what you're doing and let them talk, man. They talk about Jesus Christ. And I heard a conversation, it may have been yesterday, the day before yesterday, where some people was talking about somebody didn't like a song or this and that. Hey, man, they're not going to like all Kenne Wayne songs. They ain't going to like all the records that you play when you go out and DJ. So, and just keep on doing what you're doing, and, God will handle the rest.
Yes, he will. Yeah, I like that. You just summed it all up in a nutshell. One of the questions I was going to ask you actually you summed that up because with me, you guys have paved the way. Johnny, Tyrone, Marvin, all those cats that done went on before, they've paved the way. And I think, and BB King, he was one of the greatest. You got all these different people, that have paved the way. Even the female side, you got like Betty Wright, you got Peggy Scott, you got Denise LaSalle, all the ones that have gone on, and we got all this mess that's going on that shouldn't be.
Right,
I mean,
right,
think
right.
it's enough money out here. There's enough shows for everybody. To me, I would be trying to help a brother or a sister, to get ahead or to go. We all can
Yeah,
eat.
I kind of sometimes think it's just the younger mentality. I'm gonna knock him off. Because I want to be at the top. I've never been at the top of the ladder, and it doesn't matter to me. Of being at the top of the ladder because I can't be like Johnny. Johnny, his mission was his mission. My mission is my mission. And that's what a lot of these youngsters need to realize. Don't worry about what the other guy got if he's making $100 million. If God got it written in the book for you to make $5,000 a night, that's what it is. Take that and move on. But we lose focus of the music and run behind the money now. It's all behind, I want to be like this one. I want to be like him. Man, put out that good music. So 20 years from now, 30 years when you're gone, your name will be down in the history book of something that you accomplished that was positive.
Amen. And that was going to be my question. I was going to ask you, what would be the legacy that you would want to leave behind? Your legacy and your contributions that you want to leave behind when Kenne Wayne leaves. What do you want the world to know? I remember.
I was here, and my little contribution is that I put out good music, tried to put out good music, and I see that, but I never stopped trying to get better in a good way, not in a competing bad way. I'm hard on myself. I'm always pushing to learn something new, and I want folks to remember Kenne Wayne from like A&B conversation. The party ain't over. After the party is over. Riding like a cowboy, those type of songs, and the list goes on. And when we accomplish that as a whole, it's a better place. And yeah, we all want to make money. It's about money, but we lose in the focus of putting out good music that will last forever.
Yeah, you said a mouthful. Because I was trying to pull this one up because that one there, My Angel, when I tell you, that one touched me. It's something about that song. And a lot of times, I know when you wrote that, I think you were talking about a whole nother thing, but I think about the angels that's here on earth, the people like my mom, she's been my A1 since day one.
Right.
Right. She's gonna go over and beyond.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I don't know who you were talking about when you say your angels, but I think of my mom, my aunts, my daughter. Those are my angels.
Yeah, I was talking about a woman.
Oh yeah.
Being in love with a woman. And I see us. We kind of, as the male artists, kind of stepped away from that in the last 5 or 10 years, and we all went to that. I call it that juke music. Well, it was 100 miles an hour. Pum, 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 pum. Shake that ass, and that's fine. But slow it down every now and then because you want, hey, look here, let's get it on. Distant Lover. Those songs that have been around for a long time. And that's what, if Southern Soul want to get noticed, that's the type of songs that we have to create.
Some ballads.
Yeah. Not only the ballads, but good up-tempo songs too,
Too.
Yeah, that has some content and some some meaning and stuff, and
That would be our Kevin Richardsons, our Sir Charles, our TK Souls.
mm-hmm,
They on that love.
mm-hmm.
And Willie even touches on that love stuff too.
Yeah.
You
And I know they like to party. We like to party today, but hey, mix it up. And we just partying. And what happened to the love? Everybody partying, drunk in the club, and mad at each other, want to fight, and that's where we going with this, and stuff. Oh yeah.
Have you SRJR? Have you heard of them? The group SRJR Productions.
Yes. I've heard of them.
They're soulful. They're bringing a lot of that old school feel back.
Right.
The harmony. They're bringing it back.
Yeah. Oh, you have a lot of people out here coming with that old style. With this young brother, Derek the Change Man.
That's my guy. All right, Pastor, we shouting you out.
You got all of that, and like I say, now we got a lot of people out here. So what everybody has to understand is that everybody won't make it to the top. So we have to just contribute and do what you do. And, if you can get there, because that's a lot of people that a lot of folks don't even know about that has contributed to what we call Southern Soul now, that never touch none of these big shows or stuff like that, but it was those artists that hit hole in the wall clubs and stuff like that inspired people like myself to do songs and stuff like that. But we always look at the top guy. We mentioned that, and I'm guilty of that too. We always run to the top guys, but there's a lot of people at the bottom that have paved the way too.
Right. Well, before we get out of here, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you might want to say something about, or also tell people where they can follow you, find you, or whatever the case may be? Because I'm waiting on that new project.
Hey, I'm hanging out on Facebook, Causing Trouble on there with my old friends and stuff like that. You can find my music at any platform, and I'm not hard to find. And if you want to book me, the information is there too. And I'm coming with that new one. I got a couple of them. They've been on me. I'm about 3 years late. I got about 3 albums in the closet, and they like, hey, man, what is you doing, man? But I'm coming with it.
Why you holding out? Why you holding out on me?
Well, I was holding out. I had some hearing problems, and I guess you can say I'm stubborn. I do the mixing, but they've been behind me. Terrell mixed too. He's an engineer.
Okay.
So he's mixing this new song, and so cutting them like, hey man, you're, and let Terrell mix the song and get it over with, man. So that's what he's doing. He's mixing the song, and but yeah, I was having some hearing problems, and it was just me, being stubborn and wanting to say, man, I've been doing it. I want to mix my own song, but the OG just had to buckle down. My wife wanted to beat me up, and they say, hey, man, you're moving too slow, man. Let somebody else do it. Let the boy do it, man. He can do it. So that's what he's doing right now.
Well, tell the wife I'm with her when she right. I'm with her when she right. The female always right. We right.
Oh yeah. And that's one thing I said earlier. You got to have people around you that will not be yes men and women, because, they beat me up bad. If I'm wrong, they going to tell me this and that. My wife, my brother, my sons, Cuddy, me and Cuddy go at it like we about to fist fight, but that's my boy. But I trust the OG, and I trust him to a certain degree. I always pick at him. I say, if I go to his house, I'm gonna have to leave my wallet in my car, and I make him laugh, man. But that's my dog, though, man. But no, you got to have people that will help guide you and tell you when you're wrong. If you just gone on everything by yourself and I know I sound good, I know all my music sound good, you're in trouble. You're going down the wrong road.
All right. Well, you guys, this is going to conclude the Pure Focus podcast for today. Y'all heard it best from the one and only Mr. Kenne Wayne. And as he say, he's not hard to find, but we're definitely waiting on that new project. So y'all make sure y'all follow my page because I know he's going to drop me some of that good old music. And I'm going to make sure that I get it out to you guys. But once again, Mr. Kenne, I thank you so, so much for coming here, blessing Pure Focus. You are one of my all-time favorites. Just keep putting out that heat and may God continue to bless you in all your endeavors.
Thank you for having me, and may God bless you too.
Yes, sir. So Facebook, YouTube, the world, we are signing off. Much love and respect, and good night.